And my mother's a distant relative of Benjamin Franklin. So that's like God is electrocuted the family tree, you know.
Cinema boys, cinema boys, making all your podcast dreams come true.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 8th episode of Cinema Boys. I am Sam Milman.
And I'm Tennessee Luke.
My name is Peter Vass, and today our guest is the one and only Tay Zonday. How you doing, Tay?
I'm fantastic. How have you guys been doing? I mean, you did Bad Weather Films on YouTube for a while.
Right.
That's how we came to know each other.
Right.
I did, what was it, the Darth Vader thing?
Well,
That was a while ago.
Yeah, you voiced Darth Vader for our Darth Vader in Love movie trailer parody. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. And then,
do you remember the first time we met?
I actually don't, which is weird because everybody remembers meeting me. Which is this weird dynamic, because I'm terrible at remembering names. So
I'd assume it was at VidCon when I ran up to you and annoyed you.
I have no memory of this whatsoever.
I know why you recognized him, Sam.
Why?
His voice.
Well, yeah.
His voice is like no other voice.
Wow.
Well, we knew who Tay was because, Chocolate Rain video that I'm pretty sure everyone was obsessed with. And we saw you at VidCon. We were doing characters, and Sam ran up to you. I think it was just pestering you.
I have zero memory of this.
Oh, okay. I felt like I was really annoying.
Maybe.
Okay, it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
Well, I'm starting to remember it a little bit.
Oh, no.
Because I guess Sam, he really was pretty annoying.
All right,
when he was
Tay's
in
leaving
character.
now. Bye.
Yeah. I'm going to head out because that's just bringing back traumatic. No. Yeah, so what have I been up to? That's the next typical topic in podcasts. I sing, I act, I do voice work. I feel like there's this tremendous pressure in LA to name drop and signal some sense of somebodyness because we're always sizing each other up in Los Angeles for what career opportunity does a person represent. And so
I know what you mean though, because whenever Peter and I meet people, we always mention that we know Tennessee Luke.
Well, there
Do you remember what costume he had on
When?
at the Comic-Con?
What costume he had on?
Yes.
I think he was just wearing his normal clothes.
Oh, no. I see. Tim and Eric sent me to Comic-Con.
Oh, Comic-Con. We're okay.
That's where you said you met him, right?
VidCon. It's like a YouTube convention, yeah.
Oh, it's a video.
I've been in LA a decade. I've not been to Comic-Con yet.
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
It's like 7,000 people crammed into the dome there in San Diego. You could barely move. Like this, people were on all sides of you. When you got out, you were, God, I'm glad I wasn't squashed.
Which we now have video on Cinema Boys, so are we putting it up on Bad
Weather Films?
Yeah, we're putting up
YouTube.
Bad Weather,
Yeah.
so you could look at all of Tennessee staring into the camera right now. You can go watch that.
You do a lot of voice work?
Yeah, I've voiced MLB Network promos for 8 years. I've done stuff for Discovery Cartoon Network.
Do you have a recording booth in your place?
I record, I record at home. I'm the type of person I don't like to go bragging about everything that I do because I feel like even when I'm on set, even when I work with you or whoever else, it's like when I'm doing it, I'm creatively in the moment, and then the moment's gone and I'm not there. Like people ask me, what is it like to be recognized or, be seen? What was it like to be on South Park or meet Daniel Tosh or all of these other things? And it's kind of like...
So how was it to be on South Park? It was like my favorite show growing up.
I was parodying on South Park. They don't ask you. So
Yeah.
They just, Matt and Trey kind of do everybody's voices themselves. So I got informed through social media. But I looked fat on South Park. They drew a very muscular, very rotund, and extra violent version, extra bloody version of me. Being on sets and acting, it's really the only situation in which I feel real. When I have lights in my face, because my actual life is so fictional, it's so grounded in... I was at a party last night, for my friend's magazine launch, Sova Magazine, and I can't tell you how many times it's like I get this, you look familiar. I've seen you somewhere. People don't even remember Chocolate Rain necessarily or Tay Zonday. They just know they've seen me somewhere in something, and they're trying to
Do you help him out? Do you help him out, or do you not?
No,
wanna...
I never know how to follow up on that conversation because it's like I'm the teacher and they're asking me for SAT answers.
It's your voice. It's your voice.
Yeah.
They hear that voice because the first time when I hear your voice, I remember something is happening.
Wow.
Do you remember you did like Christmas video?
We actually did do that.
Yeah.
Was that the first thing that was after the Darth Vader thing because
that's one of my favorite videos like we've ever done. It's Bad Weather. Was it
Tennessee Luke's Christmas album?
Yeah, Tennessee Luke's Christmas album.
I was really.
He's a mean Sinatra. Like holy moly,
Can we hear some Sinatra?
Yeah. Let's see. Fly me to the moon, and I'll go in a chariot.
Is that the lyric?
There we go. I like it. I like the remix.
Here. More than the greatest love the world has known. This is the love I give to you alone.
How did the name Tay Zonday come about? When did you start using that name? Because your real name is Adam.
Yeah. I was in graduate school at the University of Minnesota working on my doctorate in American Studies, which is like history. Music was my hobby, but hold on, I'm going to burp. All right. And I wanted to do my music hobby as a separate identity. I wanted it to be a catchy name. I made sure that if someone heard it in conversation, they would know how it was spelled. So I Googled Tay Zonday in quotes. It got 0 results. So I'm like, that's going to be my name.
And this was before Chocolate Rain video.
Oh, yeah. This is early 2007 when I'm starting my YouTube channel.
This was like a mastermind plan here.
It really was a master plan to create a brand.
Wait, I just realized. Tennessee, your real name is not Tennessee.
What is it?
Isn't it Luther?
Yeah, it's Luther.
Fortenberry?
Luther Fortenberry.
I wasn't sure what to call him in this podcast.
Wait, now that was a good question. How did you come up with Tennessee Luke? I've never asked you that.
Okay. I met this billionaire, Robert Franklin Lemaire, and he saw me and he decided to hire me inside of his house as his best boy, run errands, cook for him. I was his pro cook.
What year was this?
About 1986, a little bit after that. He was a world-famous philanthropist, and he gave me the name Tennessee Winston Luke because he was a world-famous publicist as well. He says, your name now will be Tennessee Winston Luke.
Is Fortenberry, that's your real last name?
Fortenberry, Luther Winston Fortenberry. That name goes all the way back to Abraham in the Bible. Mm-hmm. And my mother's a distant relative of Benjamin Franklin. So that's like God is electrocuted the family tree,
Yeah.
So
What's the last movie you saw?
Black Panther, actually, yeah.
Yeah, did you like it?
It was well executed.
What would you rate Black Panther out of 10 Luke's?
Ooh, I can't do ratings. that simplifies it too much, and it's a complex and much more elaborate thing.
So like an N/A for your rating.
Yeah, it's like it's Luke transcendent.
Okay, that's right. Peter, Tennessee, did you guys watch any movies this week?
I went to see a screening. I was going to go and pay. They said not to talk about it, but I won't tell you the name. It was a very colossal show. When I got home,
say the name and we'll bleep it.
No, I don't know. I don't remember the name, but when I got home, I was electrified by it. I'll say that.
Who's in it?
Some beautiful women, and like I said, I was electrified.
Did you watch a porn?
No.
What type of screening was this?
It was. I get around 500 emails a day.
Can you talk closer?
And out of the 500 emails, I'm hit by a screening, 2 or 3 screenings.
You get 500 emails a night?
God almighty, unbelievable amount.
You sent me an email last night.
And a picture and a resume.
2 pictures and 2 resumes.
Update.
We could put that on the video podcast.
Okay, yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Those are some good pictures. Where did you get those recently?
Recently, that's why I sent them. It was a recent update of pictures.
So this movie that you're not allowed to tell us about, how many Lukes would you give it?
About 9.
9. Whoa.
Really
Anything that
know.
electrifies me like that when I get home. He was even electrocuted when I went home.
Do you know?
Wow,
do you know?
sounds like a safety hazard.
Do you know any actors that were in it?
Like I said, they didn't want me to talk about it.
Okay.
There were some famous actors in it.
Okay, Tom Cruise.
You can't talk about them.
All right.
Okay,
We
got it.
won't. We promise.
You got it.
Last night, I watched a film from 1967 called The Producers.
Oh.
Directed by Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Never had seen it before. It's crazy how much comedy has changed since then, and a lot of it was like really over the top, I thought, but then towards the end, like the second half, I found myself like laughing a few times, which from a movie from that decade is like a little surprising because I usually don't think anything is that funny from that old, but yeah, I thought there was some pretty funny stuff in it.
How many Lukes?
Well, like I said, some of the acting was like a little over the top, like a little bit like Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I would give it 7.2 Lukes.
Do you ever see the Broadway musical?
No.
There's a whole season of Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry. He's gonna star in The Producers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's amazing.
All right. Sam, did you see anything this week?
I rewatched Dumb and Dumber with my roommate and a friend who had not seen it, and both of them fell asleep. I was the only one that remained
Shame.
awake. Yeah, shame on them. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Might be the best comedy ever. But I have the poster framed, so I love this movie.
Yeah, that was my favorite comedy for quite a while until like maybe the third time I saw MacGruber, and I was like, MacGruber's too good.
Yeah.
I love that. Dumb and Dumber is so good, though.
Yeah, it's a classic, and I think we meant to watch it on this podcast. Maybe we will. We should.
Now you look at what's trending on YouTube, and I stayed 24 hours in a bathtub full of Coca-Cola. It's just like...
Yeah, it's the clickbaity type videos that you're really only kind of clicking for the title and thumbnail.
It's like
Way too much
Netflix,
stuff. Yeah.
It's just like, what do you even watch? And if you don't have an audience already, like, good luck.
I watch Logan Paul.
Yeah, say unless you're a Paul brother.
Tennessee kind of could be their grandpa. Tennessee Paul.
Definitely.
Say, yo, this is Tennessee Paul coming at ya with a daily vlog.
Yo, this is Tennessee Paul coming at you with the daily blog.
So can you say my grandkids, Logan and Jake, have been very, very bad boys?
My grandchildren.
My grandchildren, Logan and Jake, have been very bad boys recently.
My grandchildren, Logan and Blake, have been very bad boys recently.
Oh, man. All right.
So we are watching a movie today.
Yeah, let's get to the movie. All right. So we are watching Shrek today, released in 2001. The synopsis here is, after his swamp is filled with magical creatures, Shrek agrees to rescue Princess Fiona for a villainous lord in order to get his land back.
Yo, baby.
Tennessee, have you seen Shrek?
I've seen, there's more than one Shrek movie.
4.
Right?
There's 4 Shreks.
4? Okay, I've seen one, I think, for sure.
Tay, have you seen Shrek?
I don't believe I've seen any Shrek movie all the way through.
Oh, all right.
I've seen this one only once when it was released in theaters, and then I'm a big fan of Shrek 2.
Yeah.
And I've not seen 3 and 4.
I remember liking the first 2 a lot. I think I've only seen the first 2.
Wasn't one of them they get married and he changes his identity is because like he's kissed and something like that, he pops back into the prince?
We don't have to watch it now.
Oh, spoiler territory there.
Oh, are we watching that one today?
Yeah, we're watching
Shrek.
that one. Shrek.
Oh, God, I may have seen this one.
I wasn't listening. So.
Okay, Tay didn't hear. It's going to be a surprise for Tay or Adam, or I'm confused now. Okay, let's go watch Shrek.
They're watching the movie, isn't that groovy? Are you guys gonna pay me for doing this?
Whoa, guys, we're back from the land of fairy tales.
Yes, but when you die, believe me, you're going back to the land of fairy tales.
It doesn't seem like a bad place to be.
I always thought that heaven was another place, but now as I'm aging, I'm realizing heaven is a fairy tale of cartoons.
Especially after watching Shrek.
What I think is it's, in reality, it's cartoons at first and you slowly grow your flesh back.
Okay.
we're getting right into, we're talking about heaven right now.
Yes, the afterlife.
Diving right into
Adam, you think that's the way it is also?
I mean, it hadn't occurred to me to make a connection between Shrek and
Heaven?
my salvation in the afterlife.
Well, whenever I was growing up, I taken to church every time the doors was open, irregardless. And Walt Disney on Sunday nights would have these fantastic cartoons just when church was going on. And I did not want to go to church.
You wanted to see the Disney cartoons.
Yeah, and because I figured that is heaven.
So you're saying you think heaven is a fairy tale?
So now I figured it out after all these years. You know, they had me fooled because I was yanked to church while this was going on.
So this really allows you to catch up and fix your childhood trauma. What you were denied all those years being dragged to church, suddenly it's like, hey, DreamWorks made a movie that combines all the fairy tales and parodies every Disney franchise and every other, Three Blind Mice and Pinocchio and about every other cultural reference. This is like the utopia.
Especially Coco. Now, how I figured this out was I told you about Robert Franklin Lemire being a billionaire. Well, I met at the same Motion Picture Council, I met this Mormon, and she was the richest lady in the United States, or close to. That's when I started getting these dreams of the afterlife. She wanted me in the Mormon church till she had some of her boys talk to me.
Do you believe in heaven?
It's really a fairy tale that in the afterlife, right when you die, you go into a cartoon.
Interesting.
All right. So yeah, we just watched Shrek.
Yeah. Wow, Eddie Murphy really carries that movie.
He's hilarious.
He's the central element through the CGI. I mean, I guess I commented as we were watching that the CGI is certainly dated. So from a production standpoint, I can look at it and go, oh, they didn't do motion capture on some of the models, but
so you're saying they recorded the voices first and then matched the animation to that?
Yeah, they weren't. Whereas now a lot of VO in that context, whether it's for a video game or movie, the person's in a full mocap suit, face capture and motion capture.
Yeah, the Wikipedia says actually that they tried motion capture, did not work. They did not like how it, so they scrapped it.
But yeah, watching it now and seeing Pixar stuff now, it's like
animation's a little rough and there isn't a lot of detail in many.
Yeah, I mean, compared to stuff like the Lego Movie or what have you, you can see that animation's come quite a way.
My favorite voice was Lord Farquaad, John Lithgow.
Yeah, I thought so
matched
too,
it so perfectly, and I enjoyed his scenes were my favorite.
Interesting.
Yeah, Mike Myers is really funny in it too. I didn't realize how many quotes from that movie I used to say growing up. Just I really like that movie. I still really like that movie.
The Onion one is always the layers. Ogres have layers. That's the one I always remember.
You say that a lot?
No, it's just the one I remember.
Oddly, the one I always say is "That'll do, donkey."
you say that a lot.
I think I still really like the movie. I like fantasy movies. Yeah. I like that they're on an adventure. All the elements, the fairy tale elements, are still pretty cool. Yeah, the animation isn't as good, but
I like how it's the plot is almost like doing improv comedy on stage. They're almost kind of it feels like the plot is just going in the direction that will maximize comedic tension and build towards the most escalated resolution.
This movie established DreamWorks Animation as a prime competitor to Pixar. And little cool piece of trivia, Shrek won the first Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that category started in 2001, and I did not know
before
that.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, I was very amazed at it. The grossness of it and then the beauty of it.
What did you think about the animation?
Like I said, it's very gross. And then all of a sudden, the change around switch, unexpected gratitude of the beauty of it.
It's a love story, this movie.
Right.
I thought the movie was cute. I was a little bored. I remember really liking Shrek 2 a lot more than the first Shrek. So maybe I have to rewatch that one. But
Grows on you, right?
it does, yeah.
That's what I noticed at the end. Even seeing this one for the second time at the end, it kind of grows on you.
I mean, this movie, like, right away starts off on a really good foot with Smash Mouth's All-Star.
Oh, yeah.
In the opening credits.
They're two Smash Mouth
Two Smash Mouth. And closing. Smash Mouth opens and closes this movie.
And there's a Lifehouse song in there. And there's they got a lot of...
They licensed a lot of good music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the other thing I said when I was about it is that DreamWorks licenses great music and Disney tries to write good music.
Yeah.
I did like their kind of the one, I think, theme song that they have is a
well, that was a Pocahontas parody. That was almost a parody.
Join us.
I forgot we had video here. Tennessee did not forget we had video, though. He's been staring into that camera this whole time.
Actually, I need to flip the screen so he can't look at himself.
Why? You're that's why I'm here for this high science in photography and sound.
High science. There we are. That's us. We're high scientists. Yeah, maybe now it's not as good as it probably like seemed when they put it in.
Yeah.
But I always think when you can license like big songs like that, it makes it feel bigger and more fun, and it opens it up to like a wider audience.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Smash Mouth and the peak of their careers.
How many?
Well, I guess because I always heard those songs, but I didn't realize. Oh, now I'm looking at this movie like that's why they were so popular at the time.
Yeah, Shrek put them on the map. Though that song was out, right, for a bit. This was 2001. I feel like that song had been out for a bit. Are you familiar? You like that song, All Star?
I don't remember exactly the song, but was it in the track?
It was the very beginning.
Hold on here. I'll just give me 1 second. Here you go.
He's gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I like this song. Most music that's got a beat to dance to, I like.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
So how many Lukes does everyone give this movie?
Oh boy.
I give it a 9.
All right. Sam?
6.
6.
I'm giving it 6. I was so bored. I was bored.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like Shrek.
I like Shrek 2.
Like also or Shrek 2, the second one?
Oh no, our camera says charge battery back. Oh no.
Is it done?
There's like a little bar left.
I'm gonna give it 8 Lukes. I like it. I like the story. It's simple, but it's good.
I mean, I think judged against its peers and for the cultural significance it had at the time that it came out, I mean, what is that? Maybe 7 Lukes, 8 Lukes, somewhere in there. Its legitimacy is raised by those other factors. By that, I think when it came out, it was somewhat of a new style of CGI and new deviation from the rules of plot and animation. You hadn't really seen that happen before.
So, Tennessee, out of all those fairy tale creatures, what was your favorite?
I liked the girl.
The Princess Fiona?
The martial art is the thing that sold me on her.
And we just watched The Matrix, and they
parodied The Matrix.
Yeah, they parodied it with that bullet time.
That scene with the gingerbread man's always really funny to me.
Okay, so Nicolas Cage was initially offered the role of Shrek, and he turned it down.
Interesting.
Because he did not want to look like an ogre, according to Wikipedia. Maybe this is made up. But the Chris Farley was hired to voice Shrek, and he recorded nearly all of his dialogue, but died before completing the project.
Oh,
did you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
How did he die?
It was like a heart attack. He was doing a lot of cocaine.
How old was he?
He was 33, I believe.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so they hired Mike Myers, who recorded the dialogue without that Scottish accent, and he recorded all of it, and then he just wanted to try out the Scottish accent, and then kind of the rest was history.
Some casting agents called me one day, and they wanted to put me and Mr. Myers in a film together.
What was the movie?
I can't remember, but I remember it happening.
Very cool.
The whole Shrek franchise has made almost $3 billion.
What was the budget on this movie?
It was $60 million.
60.
Yeah.
Wow. For all those Smash Mouth songs.
Yeah, it mainly went to Smash Mouth. It cost $60 million and it made $484 million worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah, but the Shrek 2 made $919 million.
What was the budget for Shrek 2?
$150 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's about right with at least current movies. So this is even more money because that was 2004. Because current movies like Pixar are in the $150 million.
Really,
range.
that much? Wow.
Yeah, they're very, very expensive. So I don't know with inflation.
But I imagine Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz are very expensive.
They got $10 million for the second one.
Wow.
And I don't know what they got for. I think they ended up getting back end for the other ones, which was massive, massive amounts of money.
Tennessee, what do you think about the love story in this movie?
I thought it was going to change both of them into beautiful people. But whenever it changed them permanently both into ugly people, I remember when I was growing up, this rhyme. It's a very small rhyme. It's, beauty's only skin deep, ugly's to the bone. Beauty fades away, but ugly shows its own.
Wow.
Wow,
That's a good quote right there.
Very, very deep.
But
I feel like the point of the movie, though, was maybe to challenge conceptions of beauty and perceptions of what is considered attractive.
because they thought each other was beautiful.
Right.
Even though you're saying they were ugly, but they, in their minds, they were beautiful.
Right.
I'm on a list here of 15 things you may not know about Shrek. And number 7 really caught my attention. Princess Fiona's burp was written in after Cameron Diaz, burped drinking Coke in the studio. You can't write that stuff.
No.
It was like when Tay burped earlier on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean,
We didn't plan
things,
that.
You discover things in the moment that you don't realize were there. Sometimes you just find something in the moment that...
Like what's happening over here.
Tennessee falling asleep.
Oh,
Did you just fall asleep?
No, but
Did you fall asleep during the movie?
this one, I noticed sleep came to me, but since I was scolded for the last 2 times, I decided to move around.
Yeah, you were pretty loose.
Did you notice I was moving around over there? I kept my drink, so I didn't drink everything.
Mm-hmm.
I could come back to my drink. Every time sleep would come to me, I would play around with my drink.
Tennessee and I shared a pillow for a portion of the movie until he took it for himself.
I took it because I was fixing to fall asleep, so I started playing with it behind me.
You were planning on falling asleep?
I was playing with the pillow behind me like a tightrope when you walk a tightrope, and you can't fall asleep then.
This much thought went into taking the pillow?
Yes, that was part of the deal.
Okay.
Like you're buying sleep and you're selling it.
I was dozing off during a couple. It's like, they're talking about constellations. Oh, okay, yeah, we're watching Shrek.
Like I said, 9 Lukes, you couldn't be anything but entertained by this movie.
That's an all-time quote. Do you have a Tennessee, or everybody here, what's your favorite animated movie? Do you have one?
Ooh.
Coco. Coco's a
Like-
10 plus.
Like, what is the difference between animated and live action now? It's so... Every live action
mine's
movie,
a
I'm
blurred.
looking at it and going, oh, that's a composite shot.
Yeah.
It's on a sound stage. That's...
It's hard. I mean, there's
so many good ones.
Oh, okay. I know mine.
What?
It's The Lion King.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies ever.
Lion King's
But it's
amazing.
like the animation's not like it's like classic Disney animation. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
Pixar.
Yeah, I like The Little Mermaid. I like the Disney Renaissance
Yeah.
movies overall, though.
Yeah, Beauty and the
Little
Beast
Mermaid,
is
Aladdin.
great. Yeah, Aladdin. It's tough one. There's so many great ones.
But then there's
Great
like
films.
Inside Out
Yeah.
and like Up and Wall-E. Those are all like very good.
Yeah,
Toy
Toy
Story
Story
movies.
probably
Toy Story
be.
3. Very
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're making Toy Story 4 now.
Wow.
It's a huge.
Finding Nemo.
I have not seen Finding Dory.
Nah, you don't need to.
No. We are going to reveal the next movie we will be watching on the podcast. I'm going to be showing Tennessee the name of the movie, and he will be acting it out using his words. And now that we have video, his hands.
All right. And we have to guess
charades.
the movie.
Yeah, you
It's
have to
charades.
guess it.
Okay.
All right.
And Tennessee has 30 seconds, starting now.
Huge.
Big.
Huge. Russian. Russian.
Big Russian.
So you have the first word.
Big. The big. He said the big.
Big.
I said yes.
The big goodbye.
Russian. Heavy.
Big, heavy Russian.
10 seconds.
To shoot a bow.
Shooting.
And big Russian.
Big Russian shooting a bow.
Jeff Bridges,
Jeff Bridges.
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Oh boy, I'm terrible at this.
All right.
Time.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh,
Tennessee, have you seen it?
No, I don't think I have.
All right.
good. Very good.
Love that movie.
All right.
And so, you people listening, you have a week to go watch Big Lebowski if you want to be listening to it live with Cinema Boys.
Yeah.
Yo, brother.
Tay, where can the listeners find you?
Google Tay Zonday. I'm everywhere on Twitch, and TayZonday.com has all my demos.
Okay. Tennessee.
www.tennesseeluke.com. Just click on the media link and it opens up a page. Everything. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Okay, and you can find Peter and I at Bad Weather Films across all platforms.
Except MySpace.
Not on MySpace anymore.
Unlike Tennessee, who occasionally checks it.
Correct.
All right. Well, Tay, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
Loved
for
having
having
you.
me.
We'll see you at the movies. Ooh, new sign off.
Yay.
See you at the movies.
See you at the movies. We'll try better.
Will we?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
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 The cinema boys are sorry to go. They thank you for listening to the show. They'll see you next week. Oh, they'll try it better next week. Oh, oh.